Even though a new law was recently passed in South Carolina banning the use of handheld devices while driving, the danger of crashes caused by distracted drivers is still present. So what do you do if you or someone else causes a crash because of a distraction behind the wheel? We're joined right now by attorneys Jeffrey Ward and Brandon Dawson with a thumbs up, guys, to answer those questions. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Morning.
Great to have you guys here today. Again, distractions, they do go beyond phones when we're driving. So what really counts as distracted driving?
Well, the definition is just anything that takes your eyes and ears off the road. So that could be messing with your radio, trying to adjust the GPS, talking to the person sitting next to you. I mean, anything that distracts you from driving is distracted driving. I know I hate using the word in the definition, but I mean, anything that takes your eyes and ears off the road could be classified as a distraction and result in distracted driving.
So any of those things you just mentioned, eating even can make a driver liable?
Yeah, eating, you know, if your kids, are acting up in the back, not that my kids ever do that, that takes your eyes off the road. So if you're reaching back, to try to parent what's going on behind you, you're not paying attention to the road. Yeah, anything, like Jeff said, anything that takes your eyes away from the road, kind of the subjective nature of that is there's no clear cut, this is what it is. It could be anything that's doing that.
Yeah, I had a case years ago where the at-fault driver was a mom. She had her 2 kids in the back, and she told the police, oh, I was reaching in the back, looking over my shoulder, trying to break up a fight they were having. Well, yeah, that was probably pretty important, but she still got charged with distracted driving, because the safer thing to do is to pull off on the side of the road, referee that fight, and then get back on the road once it was safe to do so.
Yeah.
So Brandon's right. Anything involving kids, especially young kids in the back, you reach back, try to tend to them, that's going to be distracted driving as well.
Yeah, so what evidence tends to help in these cases?
Usually it's eyewitness, right? And it's kind of tough. Now, we talked about cell phones. That's a little bit different. It's a little bit easier to say, hey, cell phone, we can get a data download. It's a little bit tougher to say, hey, they were on the radio or they were looking out the window. A lot of that is just, again, that, eyewitness testimony saying that, or again, sometimes we have the distracted driver admitting to the police officer, which we appreciate the honesty. But yeah, you keep your eyes on the road. We'll have a lot less accidents.
We don't have to prove what the distraction was, just that someone was distracted. So to Brandon's point, other things we can do is called an EDR download, an event data recorder. Most cars on the road now have a black box similar to what's on an airplane. So if we do that download on the at-fault driver's car and it shows they're on the highway going 60 miles an hour and they ram into the back of somebody and they never applied their brakes, or they did it a half second before the impact, there's a good argument to be made that something was distracting them, taking their eyes off the road, making them an unsafe driver at the time. It doesn't matter what distracted them, they're distracted, period. But we do have means of proving that distraction was occurring at the time. So we want to get involved early, because those event data recorders do overwrite over time after a certain amount of cycles. So we would need to be involved early so we can work with an expert to get that download and get the evidence we need to prove someone was distracted.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can find on those EDRs. They're only getting more and more data in there where you can start to see exactly what they're doing, the angle of the wheel. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these smarter cars, if they're touching the screen, they could probably tell you that sort of stuff sooner rather than later.
Yeah, you heard Jeffrey. It's important to get attorneys involved early for sure, and you can do so by going to inpain.com or by calling that number right there on your screen. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thanks.